The Gwishin are the ghosts within Korean folk culture. They can be found in many places: abandoned buildings, houses, cemeteries, schools, etc. It is believed that when a person dies before finishing something pending, their soul returns to Earth to finish its task. There are several types of Gwishin in Korea. In the case of water ghosts, they are known as Mul Gwishin. These are banshees who died in the water and are left wandering in this world. They are seen near lakes, oceans, and even bathtubs. They are often characterized by their always wet clothes and strangely long arms. The latter is because they have dragged many people to their deaths, drowning them. When referring to this ghost, one usually speaks of a specific legend. The story tells that a young woman of just 23 years old, in the best stage of her life, was brutally tortured near a river. The malefactors, not content with that, ended up killing her at the bottom of it. The local authorities, finding her lifeless body, decided to give her the usual honors at a wake. But the young woman didn't want that. She wanted justice, and she didn't have it. She had previously warned that someone was harassing her, but nobody did anything to help her. It was late. The days following the crime, the people who went to wash their clothes in the river of the small town were surprised to find piles of stones every day. They thought that the relatives of the deceased had placed them to honor her and purify her soul. However, no one in the young woman's family had done so. As the days went by, several animals appeared drowned. Their faces reflected genuine terror. The rumors spread among the neighbors, who began to get scared. The animals that were still alive began to behave strangely. They didn't want to go near the water. They preferred to die of thirst. Hysteria and desperation spread through the town, and people didn't understand what was happening. The animals kept dying, and they soon related it to the stones that had appeared on the riverbank. They decided that it would be best to shoot them down. A couple of towers would be enough tribute to a person. The rest could be destroyed. But they made a serious mistake, because that was the beginning of the end. One night, a group of 3 drunken villagers approached the riverbank. But suddenly, something scared them so much that 2 of them ran away, terrified. The third didn't know how to react and was petrified. In the morning, seeing that he didn't appear, the villagers went to look for him, and the only thing they found was the body of the drowned man. There were more stone towers. It was impossible for a single person to lift them in just one night. One of those towers was built on the torso of the deceased. Over the weeks, more martyrs followed one another, most of them men. For this reason, they were forbidden to approach the river. But what they didn't know was that the thing that was destroying them could not only go to the river, but also to any place with water. The ghost began to terrify the neighbors in different places, the bathrooms and the jars and buckets. They used to find long black hair everywhere, and the reflection of the water reminded them of the monstrous face of that tortured girl. Also, the smells in the town changed. It constantly smelled of death, of fear. They had ignored the prayers of that young woman, and now they were paying for it. And it never seemed to be enough. Her thirst for revenge was slowly destroying the entire town. She even set up to wipe out the offspring of all the villagers. She tortured them by appearing constantly, and that plunged them into madness. And then she drowned them and kept them company at the bottom of that river that years ago had witnessed everything. It is said that deep down are the souls of all those who humiliated the young woman. Later, trying to find an explanation for this legend, some spoke of mass hysteria or even a mercury deposit. This could explain the madness and subsequent death from being poisoned by this substance. In any case, none of this is known for sure. What we do know is that in many towns and places, walls are erected to honor the deceased. Who knows if any were even placed by a ghost? Just in case, in Korea, on certain occasions of the year, they are worshipped and offerings are made to them. They believe that this way they will feel less lonely and need less fresh company. It is also tried to keep them calm through different shamanistic rituals. Throughout this, it is intended to help the spirit to fulfill its objective and to be able to rest in peace. Better safe than sorry, don't you think, TikTakers? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!